Hello students, let's learn about third mean value theorem, that is Cauchy's mean value theorem. What its statement is, now here there are two functions f and g. Let f and g are continuous on a closed interval ab, differentiable on open interval ab, and suppose g dash of x is not equal to 0 for all x in the domain, for all x belongs to open interval ab, then there exists at least one point C in open interval AB such that f dash C upon g dash of C is equal to fb minus fa upon gb minus ge. Now in Cauchy's mean value theorem there are two functions f and g. Both are continuous on closed interval, differentiable on open interval, and g dash of x is non-zero for all x. Why this condition is taken? Because here in formula there is g dash of C in denominator. So if it will be 0, this whole quantity will be infinity. So this g dash of x should not be equal to 0 for all x belongs to AB. Okay. So if these three conditions are satisfied, then there exists a point C satisfying the condition f dash C upon g dash of C is equal to fb minus fa upon gb minus ge. Let's take the example of Cauchy's mean value theorem. Verify the Cauchy's mean value theorem for the functions fx is x square, gx is x cube on closed interval 1 2. If so, find the value of c. So fx is, what is given, fx is x square, gx is x cube, interval is closed interval 1 2. Now these both f and g both are polynomials. So we know polynomials are always continuous and differentiable. So these polynomials are continuous in closed interval 1 to 2, differentiable on open interval 1 to 2. Again, whether g dash of x is 0 or not, so for that let us find out. F dash of x is 2x, g dash of x is 3x square. So we can see that this g dash of x is non-zero for all x belongs to 1 to 2. If you take the x from this open interval 1 to 2, g dash of x is nowhere 0. Therefore, we can say f and g satisfies all conditions of Cauchy's mean value theorem. Hence, by Cauchy's mean value theorem, what happens? There exists a point C in open interval 1 to 2 such that f dash of C upon g dash of C is equal to fb minus fa, because here interval is 1 to 2. So b is 2 and a is 1. F of 2 minus f of 1 upon g of 2 minus g of 1. So f dash of x was 2x square, so f dash of c will be, f dash of x was 2x, so f dash of c will be 2c. G dash of c is 3x square, so g dash of c will be 3c square. Now f2, f1, g2, g1 can be calculated using the formulas for f of x and g of x. So its value is 3 by 7 is equal to 2c upon 3c. 1 cc will get cancelled. By cross multiplication, 9c is equal to 14, so c is equal to 14 upon 9, which contain in open interval 1 to 2. Next example of Cauchy's mean value theorem. Using Cauchy's mean value theorem, show that 1 minus x square upon 2 factorial is less than cos x for x not equal to 0. So here, let us take the function fx as 1 minus cos x. Among these, we shift this cos x here, 1 minus cos x, and let us give it name as fx. Fx is 1 minus cos x, and let us give the name gx to x square upon 2 factorial. Okay. Now this fx and gx both are continuous, and we are taking interval 0 to x. Continuous on closed interval 0 to x, differentiable on open interval 0 to x. Now what will be f dash of x? F dash of x will be from this, it will be sin x, g dash of x will be what? 2x upon 2, that is x. Now this g dash of x is non-zero for all values of open interval 0 to x, because open interval 0 means 0 is not included here. So this is non-zero. Means what? F and g satisfies all conditions of Cauchy's mean value theorem. Hence, by Cauchy's mean value theorem, there exists a point C belongs to open interval 0 to x such that f dash of c upon g dash of c is equal to fx minus f0 upon gx minus g0, because we are considering interval 0 to x. So our a is 0, b is x. Now what is fx? our fx is 1 minus cos x. F of 0 will be 1 minus cos 0. Cos 0 is 1, that is 1 minus 1, that will be 0. Upon g of x. G of x is x square upon 2 factorial, and g of 0 will be 0, is equal to f dash of c will be from this sin c upon g dash of c will be c here. In next step, so now here we know that sin c upon c is always less than 1. This right hand side is always less than 1 and both are equal, means definitely this left hand side will be less than 1. So in next step we shift this denominator to right hand side. What we get? 1 minus cos x is less than x square upon 2 factorial. Therefore this implies, let us shift this term here, cos x here. So we get 1 minus x square by 2 factorial is less than cos x for x not equal to 0. Okay. Next is definition of increasing and decreasing function. So before moving towards definition, let us try to understand it graphically. Now any function is increasing. Suppose function is defined on this closed interval AB. Suppose this function is like this. You can see that this is a increasing function. So definition is, suppose this point is x1, this point is x2. So f of x1 will be here, means this point is f of x1. For x2, this point is f of x2. Now for increasing function, you can see here, if x1 is less than x2, here this x1 is less than x2, then this implies f of x1 is also less than f of x2. So increasing, less than or less equal, we can consider less equal, means if x1 less than x2, then f of x1 is also less than f of x2, then that function is said to be increasing function. And what about for decreasing function? Decreasing, suppose this function defined on this AB, you can see it is decreasing. So by definition, suppose this is x1, this is x2. Now this is x1, okay, its image. This is f of x1, this point, x2, its image is this. So this point is f of x2. For decreasing function, if this x1 less than x2, what this implies? F of x2 less than f of x1. Okay, x1 less than x2, but f of x1 is greater than f of x2. That function is decreasing function. So here definition, a function f from I to R is said to be increasing on the interval I if whenever x1, x2 in I such that x1 less than x2, then f of x1 less equal f of x2. And it is decreasing when x1 less than x2 implies f of x1 greater equal f of x2. Okay. There is one theorem. So there is one condition on which we can determine whether the function is increasing on given interval or decreasing. So the statement is, let f is a function from I to R be differentiable on I. Given function is differentiable, then f is increasing on I if and only if f dash of x greater equal 0 for all x belongs to I. And f is decreasing on I if and only if f dash of x less equal 0 for all x belongs to I. There is if and only if condition. If function is increasing, then definitely f dash x greater equal 0. Or if f dash of x greater equal 0, then we can conclude that function is increasing. Similarly for statement B. Now this is about increasing and decreasing function. Next, what about strictly increasing and strictly decreasing, in which only this equality will not included. So that is next. So here is remark. A function f is said to be strictly increasing on interval I if for any points x1, x2 in I such that if x1 less than x2, we have f of x1 less than f of x2. increasing, strictly increasing. And for strictly increasing, if x1 less than x2, we have f of x1 greater than f of x2. Now let us solve example. For each of the following functions on R to R, find points of relative extrema, the intervals on which the function is increasing and those on which it is decreasing. So first example, here fx is, what is fx is? X square minus 3x plus 5. So by the theorem we just seen, we will use that. So before that, what is its derivative? F dash of x will be 2x minus 3. Now function is derivable. Consider C is the extreme point of f. Okay. So by interior extremum theorem, what was that theorem? If the function from I to R, if the point C is extremum point of the function, then, and if f dash of C exists, then its value will be 0. F dash of C will be 0. So suppose C is extreme point means what? Either C is maximum point or minimum point. Then extreme point means either C is maximum or minimum. Okay. So it follows by interior extremum theorem that f dash of C is equal to 0. Therefore, f dash of C is equal to 0. What it implies? From this, f dash of C will be 2C minus 3 is equal to 0. That is, C will be 3 by 2. Okay. Therefore, C is equal to 3 by 2 is a point of relative extrema. Means it is either local maximum or local minimum. And intervals are, so intervals will be minus infinity to 3 by 2 and 3 by 2 to infinity. Okay. This point is 3 by 2. So on the real line, these two are intervals. Now we will find out whether function is increasing or decreasing on both of these intervals. For x greater equals C, here C is 3 by 2, means for x greater equal 3 by 2, means we are considering this interval, x greater equal 3 by 2, means this interval. In this interval, what is value of f dash of x? Now f dash of x is 2x minus 3. So 2x minus 3 is greater equal 0 on this interval 3 by 2 to infinity. How we check it? Take any element from this interval 3 by 2 to infinity. 3 by 2 means 1.5 to infinity. Take any element from this. Let us take 5. So 5 into 2, 10 minus 3, 7, greater equal 0. So f dash of x greater equal 0 here. Therefore, by theorem, f is increasing on this interval. Similarly, we will check the value of f dash of x on this interval. Now for x less equal C, means for this interval, what is the value of f dash of x? That is 3x minus, that is 2x minus 3. Take any element of it. So it contains elements from minus infinity to 1.5. Let us take the element minus 2. So it will be 2 into minus 2, that is minus 4 minus 3, that is minus 7. It is less equal 0. Okay. It is less than 0. So what is this implies? F dash of x less equal 0. So again by theorem we conclude that function is what? Function is decreasing. As f dash of x less equal 0, function is decreasing on this interval. Let us solve another example of similar type. Here function is gx 3x minus 4x square. So the derivative of given function is g dash of x is 3 minus 8x. Okay. Now consider C is the extreme point. Therefore, by interior extremum theorem, g dash of C will be 0. That is, g dash of C 0 implies here g dash of x is this. So g dash of C will be 3 minus 8c is equal to 0. That is 8c. From this, what can we write here? 8c is equal to 3. So C is equal to 3 upon 8. Okay. So C is equal to 3 upon 8 is a relative extrema. Therefore, intervals are minus infinity to 3 by 8 and 3 by 8 to infinity. Now, so here C is equal to 3 by 8 is a point of extrema. Therefore, intervals are which? Minus infinity to 3 by 8 and 3 by 8 to infinity. Now we check for both of these intervals whether function is increasing or decreasing on both of these intervals. For x greater equals C, we have Now here c is 3 by 8, x greater equal c means we are considering this interval. So in this interval, f dash of x, what is our here name of function is g. So what is g dash of x? 3 minus 8x. So 3 minus 8x, put any value of x from this interval. It is 3 upon 8 to infinity. So definitely 2 content here. So let us replace 2 here. So it will be 3 minus 16, which is definitely less equal 0. Means what we get? G dash of x is less equal 0. Therefore, by theorem, at g dash of x less equal 0, given function is decreasing on this interval. Now consider, let us check whether function is increasing or decreasing on this interval. For c less equal 0. Now c is 3 by 8. So for x less equal 3 by 8 on this interval, what will be g dash of x? 3 minus 8x. Now here take any x from this. Let us take, means definitely negative numbers include here. Let us take minus 2. So 3 minus 8 minus 2, that will be 3 plus what? Minus 8 into minus 2, 16. So 16 plus 3, that is positive number. It is greater equal 0. Okay. So this implies g dash of x greater equal 0. Remember, we are just taking one element to check whether this quantity is greater equal 0 or less equal 0. Okay. So we can take any number from this. Now here g dash of x is greater equal 0. So again by theorem we conclude that g is increasing on interval minus infinity to 3 upon 8. Next example is use the mean value theorem to prove mod of sin x minus sin y less equal mod of x minus y for all xy in R. So let us consider the function fx as sin x. We know that this function sin is continuous and differentiable on R. So we will use mean value theorem here. This function is continuous and differentiable on R. So by Cauchy's mean value theorem, for a function which is continuous on closed interval, differentiable on open, we know there exists at least one point C in AB such that f dash of C is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a, means this statement. Okay. So here we can apply this theorem, and what is our function? Our function is f of x is sin x. Okay. So let us take b as x and a as y. So what will be fb minus fa? Fb will be, so fb means, let us take it is as x. So mod of sin x minus sin y is equal to, what is f dash of c? F of x is sin x. F dash of x will be cos x. So f dash of c will be cos c. B minus a is x minus y. That is mod of sin x minus sin y upon mod of x minus y is equal to mod of cos c. Now we know that mod of cos x is always less equal 1 for all x. Therefore definitely this mod of cos c is also less equal 1. This side less equal 1 means this side can be written as less equal 1. Therefore we will write it. This part can be shifted here. Therefore this implies mod of sin x minus sin y less equal mod of x minus y. Okay, which we want to prove. Okay, so let's stop here. Here our first chapter completed. So in next lecture we will start the next chapter, that is L'Hospital's rule. Okay, let's stop here. Thank you.